Hey, we're live. We made it. I hope that you guys are here with us. I hope that you can find us. Facebook is being weird. So if you can't find us here, not that you can hear me, but we're at Rumble also. We're live on Rumble. We are live on the app. And we will be up on YouTube as well if you have to catch us afterwards. So I hope that you find us. We have a great conversation today. We have a great organization, and they've got some amazing Christmas magic that they want to share with us. So before we get to that, we're going to make the money so then we can have the conversation unintruded by, sponsors. There. Words. I can speak. Powell Heating and Air Conditioning. Their dedication to customer service has been evident in everything they do for the 39 years they've been a locally owned business. From the moment they answer your call until the time they leave your home, they are working to make you comfortable and confident about the care and service you receive from Powell. With their fleet of 10 plus trucks, a 15,000 square foot warehouse stocked with parts and equipment, they are ready to serve you around the clock. They service all heating and air conditioning brands, and their emergency service is always open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, including nights, weekends, and holidays. Powell Heating and Air Conditioning will make sure you stay comfortable this holiday season. If you haven't got your system serviced yet, you might want to do it before your house is full of family for the holidays. Solomon Services. Solomon Services is the premier place for personal training in St. Augustine. They specialize in small group strength and fitness development. They do athletic development for team and individual sports performance, sports injury-related training. They do state-of-the-art, they have a state-of-the-art center with indoor and outdoor turf areas. All their coaches are certified through the National Strength and Conditioning Association. You can call to make an appointment today at 904-461-9945 or visit them on their website, solomonservices.com. Sign up today, get a head start on those New Year's resolutions. Now, opening their doors in 2008, Brightway Insurance, the Casey agency, has proudly stood by their customers through hurricanes, major floods, hail, and fires. Through these events, the agency has become a much-needed insurance resource in times of trouble and hardship. Honesty and integrity are the pillars of our core values, says owner Ashley Casey. They pride themselves on being insurance experts while developing strategies that help their clients meet their insurance needs. They truly enjoy the relationships that they have forged with you, St. Augustine. For all your insurance needs, Brightway Insurance, the Casey agency. Last up is the Marathon Read. It's one of our newer sponsors. We love them. Hey, St. Augustine homeowners and business owners, have you been thinking about giving your property a refresh? Let me tell you about Cleansing Power LLC. They are a one-stop shop for all your exterior cleaning needs and more. They do it all, from pressure washing and soft washing to keep your home looking spotless, to paver sealing that protects your investment. Do you have dirty windows? They'll handle those too. Whether you're a homeowner trying to boost your curb appeal or a business owner looking to keep your storefront sharp, Cleansing Power LLC has you covered. They take on both residential and commercial projects, big or small. But wait, there's more there. If you're looking to complete a transformation of your home, Cleansing Power LLC has interior and exterior painting services as well. Don't just take my word for it. Check out all their 5-star reviews on Google. And while you're at it, follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for cleaning tips and inspiration. Ready to make your property shine again? Give Cleansing Power LLC a call today at 904-687-8236 or shoot them an email at cleansingpowerllc@gmail.com to schedule your free estimate. Cleansing Power LLC, renew your property with cleansing power. Thank you to all of our sponsors. It's been a great year with our sponsors. We love bringing on new sponsors as well. Levi was supposed to be here tonight. Y'all knew that Mike was going to be out, but Levi was supposed to be with us. Unfortunately, he got called away on some business work thing, so he could not be here. So I called my good friend, and you guys know him, to welcome back. So let's welcome back Trey. Thank you, Trey King. You are author, you are marketing extraordinaire, you do all the things, rescue, rehab animals.
Yes, ma'am.
One-stop shop.
Absolutely. Listen, thank you for having me back.
Of course. Thank you for being here.
Of course.
It's a busy time of year.
Yes, ma'am.
Holidays are coming down.
Oh, yeah.
Are you guys busy?
We're excited.
Yeah.
We're excited for the holiday season.
Okay.
We love introducing creative, fun, festive ways to bring the community out, see some dolphins, and really come see Santa and the Grinch. So.
Yeah. So Marineland is, everyone knows, has a special place in my heart. But one Christmas, it had a very special connection for my kids.
Really?
So one Christmas, a bunch of our family members all pooled money to give my kids this giant swing set in the backyard.
Wow.
But then there's the challenge of how do you surprise kids with this large construction project in the backyard.
Right.
And so we came up with a plan to take the kids to Marineland on Christmas Eve.
Oh.
So we spent the day at Marineland on Christmas Eve.
Wow.
Me with my mom and the kids. And we just hung out. It was a beautiful day. December is a gorgeous time to see the dolphins.
Oh, yeah.
And we got to spend so much time with them because it wasn't too packed because people were afraid it was going to be cold. It wasn't. So we were at Marineland until we had to go to church services. So we got dressed for church at Marineland.
Wow.
And so we're all in our church finery leaving the park. Went to church, went out to dinner, got them straight to bed when we got home.
Man.
And so when they woke up on Christmas morning, there's a giant swing set in the backyard.
Oh, but that's so exciting.
And they had no idea how it got there.
That was,
it was
well
Christmas
put together.
Magic.
Oh, it has to be.
And Marineland was absolutely my accomplice in getting that done.
I'm thankful they were. We try our best to unveil the Christmas magic.
Making magic happen.
We
for
need it
all over the world.
I think everyone needs a little bit of Christmas magic.
Oh my word,
right now.
yeah. Sorry.
Oh, you're
Got
good.
throat going on. All right, so we've got some amazing things happening at Marineland. I couldn't get you in fast enough. We've got something coming up this weekend. What's happening this weekend?
Yes, ma'am. Well, first and foremost, our seasonal hours have changed as well.
Yep.
So instead of 9 to 5, 7 days a week, we've condensed quite a bit.
Yeah.
So we're only open 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Friday through Sunday.
Okay.
So that's our new seasonal hours.
Yeah.
Taking that into consideration, we're celebrating our Christmas conservation celebration.
Awesome.
So I'm very proud of this. This is our 4th year celebrating this opportunity. The entire goal behind this project is really just bringing out vendors, members of the community, businesses within the community, all to come together for a fun, festive Christmas tree decorating competition.
Awesome.
So we only had 10 trees this year. We usually have 20, but the Christmas trees are pretty hard to come by this year.
There are,
but
weirdly.
I'm very thankful. The Home Depot of Palm Coast supplied them to us, so we're very thankful.
That's a lovely donation.
Absolutely. So keeping that into consideration, we have, like I said, 10 members and businesses to come out to decorate their own Christmas tree.
Awesome.
So.
All right, so they've been coming and they've been decorating thus far?
So they're all decorated now.
Okay, they're decorated now. We
got the Christmas trees first week of December. So they're all decorated. We invited the vendors out. We had about 3-day window for the vendors to come out, find their tree, select their tree, first come, first serve.
Nice.
And really just give it their all. Give it a fun, festive theme and a title to represent your organization.
Nice.
So starting from the top, just 1 to 10. First and foremost, we have Alligator Farm.
Very cool.
Oh, yes.
That's a nice partnership.
Yes. No, the education team there all came out, decorated their tree. They have fun little paints all over their tree. Oh, from different animals, including their skunk. Oh, my goodness. You have to come see it.
Skunk painting.
Yes. So it's just a little nose print. Yeah.
I love a boop.
You get it on a little ornament. You just hang it up. Oh,
sweet.
It's amazing. Yeah. So. As well as ghosts and gravestones.
Nice. So is this like a spooky tree?
Oh, you better believe it. It's amazing. So usually we provide the trees, and this is their first time, coming out to decorate.
Yeah.
And they brought their own tree.
Okay.
They brought their own
black tree.
Yeah,
it's gotta be
spooky tree.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's amazing.
Yeah.
The lights and their theme, it really centers around all these different ornaments and all of these different conservation noteworthy moments, things that have gone extinct over the years. So if you're looking at the different gravestones on the ornaments,
it's extinct species.
You can learn about the extinct species and when they went extinct. So it is a nice fun.
That is way smarter than I would have done.
Right?
I would have done like Jacob Marley and Christmas Carol. That's a way smarter thing to do.
I always, the sky's the limit. Keep it PG. Don't put any open flames. Don't put any food on it, because that would be a nightmare.
None of that.
But yeah, we also have Forever Vets from Jacksonville. They have a fun festive tree as well.
Very cool.
We also have the Betty Griffin organization.
Wonderful
LLC.
organization.
Very thankful. They've been nonstop throughout the years.
Yeah.
We also tried something new this year.
Okay.
And with my education team, we were able to actually partner for our homeschool day, and we
Nice.
have a homeschool day Christmas tree.
Very cool.
And we celebrate upcycling. And basically, we invited all of these students out to learn about upcycling, create their own upcycled ornament, and hang it on the tree.
So is it like trash to treasure sort of deal?
Correct.
All right,
yes.
cool.
Take everything from paper mache, rolling up paper, coloring the paper into these fun, almost bracelet-like strands, if you will, and then just hanging them all over the
Very
tree.
Cool.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
There's also other ornaments, but still very, very thankful.
Those are special.
Yes, ma'am. We also have the St. Augustine Humane Society.
Perfect.
Lynn and his team did a wonderful job.
Yeah.
They I'm trying to remember. Pin Up Paws. It's themed.
Pin Up Paws.
It's themed after their calendar.
Okay.
So they have amazing calendars as well. I always recommend checking it out. Lynn does a phenomenal job with
For
them.
Barbara Jean, I just gotta ask: firefighters have a calendar tree? I'm just
you
throwing it out there.
we have invited the firefighters to take part.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they just never
They
never
kept
got
their
back
shirts
to it,
on.
which is fine.
It's a thing.
You know,
They're busy.
that's okay. We remember,
I get it.
remember PG. No.
Yeah. I mean, that's peachy.
Fair enough. Well, depending on the calendar.
Depending on the firefighter, too.
Exactly. But yes, and then we also have the St. Johns County Turtle Patrol.
Okay.
So all of these lovely ladies that go out first thing before the sun goes up just to monitor our beaches to make sure all of our sea turtle nests are safe, secure, and basically make sure nobody's interfering with these sea turtle nests.
So when they're doing the turtle patrol, so they're looking for new nests, and so they can get the sort of protection barrier around it, right? And then they're making sure that no one's monkeying around with them.
Of course.
And they report that. But they're also looking for when eggs hatch, right?
Yes.
When the nest is boiling.
So when they find it, I'm sure they have a whole step-by-step process where they monitor it through every day by day, week by week, month by month.
Yeah.
But just, getting to see that, I'm sure it's amazing. But
cool.
Ashley Raybold and her entire team, very thankful. Thank you guys for coming out and making time to decorate a Turtle Patrol tree.
That is very cool.
It is awesome. They took the sign for the lights off for turtles, and they made it into a star.
So no lights on that tree?
No, well, there are lights, but it's red lights. Red lights. We got to make that noteworthy because that way
is important.
that's still safe.
Yeah.
In the dark for turtles. So that definitely noteworthy.
Because red wavelength doesn't travel very far, so it doesn't interact with.
Well, we do the same thing for our octopus on site as well, Delta. Sometimes she's not as comfortable with the full light, so we'll turn on the red light so she feels more comfortable and inclined to explore the habitat.
Very cool.
Yes. So after that, we also have the Flagler Humane Society. Big fan. Thank you guys. And then this year we have Little Sea Stars. This is actually an LLC for Amy Tincher, a past dolphin trainer who teaches children to swim.
Very cool.
So we're a big fan of Amy, her LLC, and for coming out and making this funny tree, which basically has like Santa hat with goggles on it, all these pool diving ornaments. It's very comical, but a great tree as well.
Pool safety Christmas tree.
Right? Who would have thought?
Well, it's Florida. I mean, it's such an important thing for your kids to be able to self-rescue.
It's a level of awareness. So I think that's very important.
Very important. Yeah.
And then lastly, our St. Johns County Parks and Rec.
Nice.
Kelly, thank you so much for having your team to come out and decorate a tree once again. They've been there for all 4 years. So
you've got a great group of organizations coming to make trees.
Yes, ma'am.
That's so cool.
They've done a wonderful job. So I always recommend when you come to the holiday tents, that's what you'll see. First and foremost, see the trees. You got to come out. You got to vote on your favorite tree because the vendor with the most tree votes at the end of the month gets 2 Dolphin Encounter gift certificates for their organization to give away to team members or to auction off to raise money for their organizations.
That's awesome.
And one lucky voter will also go into a drawing to receive a Dolphin Encounter gift certificate.
If I vote, do I still get that, or is that considered insider trading?
You would have the opportunity to be entered to a drawing. So maybe.
But as long as it's randomized, that's fair. Right?
Well, we always encourage to come out and vote on your favorite tree.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's how everyone can get involved. They can show up and they can learn about these organizations. They can decide which tree they like best. They get to vote, and maybe they get to win something cool too.
Correct.
So the Dolphin Encounter, that's what is up up for grabs?
Yes, ma'am. Hey,
Is
it's
that-
a 30-minute waist steep interaction.
All right.
That's usually like 145 plus tax.
That's a nice value. That's a fun program too, because
Absolutely.
honestly, if you're not super comfortable in the water, then being in deep water might be a little overwhelming.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to stay above water just yourself while you're interacting with the dolphin.
It's great for first-time dolphin encounterers, if
Yeah.
you will. I mean, that way, like you said, you don't have to go out all the way into the deep end.
Yep.
It's great if you're right at that 48 inches line, too, because you usually have to be 48 inches and above.
What?
Yeah, I know. It's just a safety precaution. We want to make sure everyone has a safe, enjoyable time.
I definitely had a friend that got my oldest daughter into the water with dolphins.
How tall
when
was she?
She was tiny.
Oh, no. Wait. Were you holding her, though?
Yes, I was holding her.
That's okay.
I was holding her.
Yeah.
She had no fear. So that's one thing. That's a big part of why we would limit sizes, was just that really little kids are terrified.
Oh, yeah.
And so they're not going to have fun anyway. So you're going to spend your money on something that might be potentially traumatizing.
Correct. These are big animals, big mouths, big teeth.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And when you're like this big, that mouth is, you could put your whole head in it.
Correct.
And so that was just, especially when I worked with seals and sea lions, people would lie to us about their kids' ages to get the sea lion picture. And then you have a 500-pound sea lion pop up next to their 2-year-old who's supposed to be 4.
Oh, no.
And they would just scream. And it's like, we're not doing this just to like ruin your day.
We don't want to traumatize children.
We don't want to take your money to traumatize your children.
We want to make the idea of meeting these animals something special and memorable.
And so I think people think that we're trying to like double dip to have a parent go with a child whenever we would do these interactions. It's like, I promise you, it's money well spent to have this be a positive experience. But yeah, my daughter was not quite 2. We had to fold up the wetsuit. This is not Marineland. We did this at a different place. It was just after my dolphin training days, and I had dolphin trainer friends, and it was a closed habitat. So it wasn't like, everybody got to see this 2-year-old in the water and they couldn't do it. So it was a very, very private experience, but all with dolphin trainers in the water. And so it was very safe, but the wetsuits were too small for her. So we had to fold them up. So her sweatsuit was double lined on her arms and her legs. And she was on my hip the whole time, but she did get to do a dorsal toe.
Oh, wow. What? That little?
I am holding the dorsal bit, and
okay.
I've got her. So she got to do a dorsal toe.
Okay, so it's a twofer in there.
Yeah,
okay, I like that.
They had one animal that was like super, super gentle. And so it was like, if you feel comfortable, then go for it. And I was like, well, we'll give it a shot. I can always let go. And she was so gentle with us. And my daughter, like, now she looks at pictures. We do have pictures of it. She doesn't remember it, but we look at pictures of it. And she's just like, what were you thinking? Like,
well, wanted to show you a good time.
I mean, it was fun. Who gets to do that, right?
Well, I did not answer your original question. I'm so sorry. You asked me what was happening this weekend.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
You do have stuff this weekend. So that's the trees. So that's happening.
Just one.
How long?
Just one part. That's all throughout the month. So
okay. So when is the deadline to get your vote in?
So December 31st. That's
31st?
that, I believe, Monday or Tuesday. But one thing to keep in mind, December 20th through 31st, Marineland's open every day. I know we're advertising Friday through Sunday.
Winter hours, yeah.
But once we hit that last weekend, right before the week of Christmas, we're open every day, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. So there's plenty of time to come and visit us. But only this weekend, you get to see Santa and the Grinch.
All right.
So this weekend.
So that's this Saturday.
Correct.
Santa and the Grinch, this Saturday.
This Saturday, yep. So December 14th, so this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., we got Santa Claus and the Grinch. I know you guys who are a big fan of
the Grinch.
The tasting tours downtown. Anyone go on those tours?
Those are fun.
The best Grinch around, the only Grinch around. He is coming to Marineland. He wants to hang out with some dolphins. He wants to put up with Santa Claus.
Yeah.
But most importantly, he wants to see, who's naughty and who's nice. But especially who's naughty.
Yeah, of course, because those are his people, right?
Correct.
This looks like a fun time.
As you can see.
All right, who do we have in this picture? Do you know?
Yes. So we have obviously, so we have a lot of our animal training team
Yeah.
there. They will be taking part in our dolphin talk at 11:15.
Very cool.
So Santa and the Grinch always love coming to meet our dolphins at Marineland.
Mhm.
But we have Alyssa, we have Shelby, we have Bridget, we have Sammy, and we have Michelle
Nice.
featured in that photo.
Very
With
cool.
two beautiful dolphins, obviously.
Is that Dazzle?
No, I think
No?
that's actually Shaka on the
Shaka,
right.
all
Yes,
right.
ma'am. And then Amar on the left. So,
Yeah. Very cool.
correct. Yes, ma'am.
Sweet babies. It's so fun.
But yeah, so we'll having photos with Santa and the Grinch, obviously after the dolphin show, but
Mhm.
also inside our holiday tent
Very
where
cool.
the Christmas trees will be housed.
Awesome. So you can vote on your favorite tree. You can tell Santa your wish list.
Absolutely.
The Grinch, you might have to, give him a cookie or
Might
something.
take some coercing to get on his good side.
Make sure he doesn't take your wish list from you. You've got Santa training dolphins over here.
Well, he loves the opportunity to watch our animal trainers in action,
Yeah.
and they are working alongside him, so they're
Mhm.
showing him the learning behaviors, as you know,
Dolphins are training Santa.
what to do and what not to do.
Yeah.
But Santa's very excited, so
He
this is
very excited.
one
That's
time-
a fun one.
one-time opportunity for him. So.
Yeah. That reminds me of one of Sunny's behaviors. It has a different name now.
Oh, tell me
But
about it.
when it was originally trained, it was trained to be alien from the movies.
Oh,
Like the stomach popper.
oh yeah.
Alien.
Does his tongue come out or?
So Sunny was trained to pop out of the water and then shake his head back and forth. And I think that got transitioned into his no and split off into his peck dance.
Because he'll do those during show. We've seen those.
I really wonder if he would still do the SD for the alien though.
Oh, I'm sure he would. So speaking of Sunny,
Yeah.
I don't know if you know, I'm sure you do. His birthday is coming right around the corner.
Oh, that's
It's going to be
right.
41 years old.
Man,
Amazing.
I'm a year older than Sunny. Man.
So he's been around quite a long time, just, living that Nelly legacy.
Mhm.
We're hoping he's around for a much longer time as well.
He is half blonde dolphin, if I remember.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
don't remember Sandy was his dad's name?
Thought it was Chubby.
No, not Chubby. Chubby's not a blonde dolphin.
No, okay.
But
That was
he
before my time.
Yeah, because Nelly is not partially blonde, but so the daddy was a blonde dolphin. And
Okay.
then Nelly. So he's got it in him.
He's got some good genes.
got it in him,
My
man.
money is on Ollie. So,
Yeah.
I mean, Ollie. Sorry. Ollie is Nellie's grandson. So, Ollie
Yes.
is also one of Sonny's sons as
It
well.
took a while for Sunny to mature into becoming a daddy.
I believe that.
Yeah. Well, Chubby was the ladies' man for the longest time.
Well, now Zach is.
And then Alvin took over for Chubby
Okay.
because Sunny was too immature. He couldn't pull any ladies.
Yeah.
So then it was Alvin. And so, there was some question about Sunny
Oh,
for
I
a
bet.
while there.
I bet. But, so let's say you do want to come see Santa. You want to
Mhm.
come vote on a tree.
Yes.
But let's say you want to be a little bit more interactive with your experience with us.
Yes.
We have a festive, special holiday interaction
Yeah.
that we are offering this time of year. It's called our Holiday Tortoise Time.
Yay.
I'm very excited about this program. It's a great opportunity.
You look excited. That's you.
You can see that is me getting the chance to go in between all those festive, well-decorated trees
Mhm.
and really getting to spend some quality time with some of our red-footed tortoises.
Yes.
It's a great opportunity to save 20% off your holiday tortoise time. Get some photos that are included with the program as well.
Do you get to snuggle tortoises?
So you get to paint with them. You get to feed them fruit
Okay.
on a little wooden skewer, and
Yeah.
you just hold it out, and they come all the way to you, and they just take big bites out of it. It's adorable.
All right.
I
so
love the program.
No petting the tortoise.
So we
I know.
We have our Aquarius team. So there's some, the occasional shell
Yeah,
pet
okay,
that's
nice.
monitored and a safe interaction to do. But it is
I had a tortoise friend and he liked head rubs.
yeah,
And so that's
right on the noggin.
yeah. So like right where the I can show you here, right where these scales meet
Yeah.
the neck skin, he would like that transition rubbed. And he would just arch his neck and he would just really love that. But If it's not my tortoise, I can't touch the tortoise.
I know, but I don't know if you wanted to know an insider scoop.
Yes,
Amanda.
I would love to.
So there's something that this has not been formally announced yet.
Ooh.
But if you do come to Marineland and you go on our Cedar Shore tour, you will see her on quarantine display.
Yeah.
Right alongside, since it is so cold, red-footed tortoises definitely need to be in a warmer environment. These guys are used to being in the Amazon, on the floors of the habitat,
Very warm,
eating the fallen fruit.
Yeah.
Right. So we have a new addition, a new beautiful red-footed tortoise, and her name is Strawberry.
Strawberry.
She's adorable. She's
So
small.
cute.
She's tiny. So you'll get the chance to see her as well on our Cedar Shore tour.
That's awesome.
And we're just waiting after that quarantine period.
Yep.
That way she can safely get acclimated to the habitat and meet and live coexisting wise alongside our other red-footed tortoises.
That's awesome. So how many do you have now?
Gosh, I believe we have 5.
Okay.
We have one boy, Toby, and I believe we have 4 other lovely ladies.
All right. Well, good on you, Toby.
Yeah, Toby has a good time. Sometimes a little too fun.
Yeah, that's a thing.
It's to be anticipated. It's completely natural.
Yes.
But
tortoises might be slow, but they don't move slow in that department.
Correct.
Do you have a breeding program with your tortoises? Or
no, not necessarily.
if it happens.
Correct. If it happens, we never force anything.
Yeah.
We love to provide them with all the fruits, enrichment, and all these different ways to enjoy day-to-day life alongside one another. So we are very excited to welcome Strawberry to our red-footed tortoise family.
Cool. So how do you do a painting with a tortoise?
So you would you could set up a time. There's a programmed time slot, just like there is with every other program at Marineland. It is a time slot, so you have to go online and look up.
Pre-book.
So we offer it at 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. You always got to arrive early, so just check availability. Only 4 slots per time slot, which is great because we usually only offer 2.
Nice.
So we're up in the ante this year.
Right.
We want to make sure everyone gets the opportunity to do this. This completely different. How many times can you say you painted with a red-footed tortoise?
Not very often. I mean, I've got a lot of painting with dolphin experiences, but no painting with tortoise experiences.
Well, it can be a little cold too this time of year, and even if it is cold, it shouldn't deter you from interacting with an animal.
It's brisk, baby. So what are the logistics of painting with the tortoise? How do they paint? I mean, the dolphins hold the brushes in their mouth.
Absolutely.
So how do tortoises paint?
Happy to walk you
so
through
that you don't
the
have to give
program.
them a bath.
No. So you get to select your colors when you first arrive. Okay. You're given a nice little fun bowl of fruit to feed. You get a nice little skewer as well. And sometimes they'll bring out 2 tortoises at a time.
Okay.
So you will select your colors. You'll create your own little festive design. So I don't know if you notice on that picture, I actually tried to create a wreath of red and green just to kind of, 'tis the season to celebrate.
So you squirted a circle of red and green.
So I made this little design of red and green, and then I put it in a closed Ziploc bag. Okay. And then we put it down on the floor. Okay. And then you put the fruited skewer right over it. Yeah. And they climb across it, leaving behind these fun little footprints all over.
So do you get footprints?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so cute.
Now, you can see the different design obviously meshes well with it.
Yeah.
And if you can't see a clear one, we do numerous times walking back and forth.
That's fun.
It is a fun time.
How much do these guys weigh?
Oh, gosh. I mean, sometimes they can weigh, I would say, anywhere from like 15 to 20 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, so not ridiculously heavy. Yeah. They're not Galapagos tortoises.
No, they're not the big ones.
No.
They're so cute, though.
Yes, very curious
I love the
red-footed
animals. Tortoises. They do well in Florida because of our humidity. And they're used to humidity. Not all tortoises like humidity.
No.
But the red-footed tortoises do. And so they're a really cool species to have in this part of Florida, except that we do get chilly.
Yes.
So.
But Joni and her entire Aquarius team do a phenomenal job spoiling them rotten.
Of course. Heat lamps and,
always.
There's all kinds of fun stuff you can do with tortoises. Do these guys ever get baths? Because I know
of course.
Hydration that's a thing you have to deal with.
Sometimes they'll have a little spritzer or like a little, hose that's on like a mist,
like an aerator kind of deal.
Yes. Nice. And they'll just walk right underneath it. They get a nice little brisk bath over their shells. They love it.
Yeah. You would be surprised because tortoises are desert creatures, But my little tortoise friend that I had for a while, he loved a bath, dude.
Oh, I believe that.
A nice warm bath. You would put him in there and he'd just chill out. It would freak people out when they would see it because he would just bury his head down in it. And you're like, committing suicide? Like, what is happening now? And he would just take the longest gulps of water and just, he loved a bath. Yeah. So that's funny. They're just funny critters.
They're beautiful. So.
They've got beautiful little old man faces. I love tortoises. They're so fun.
Yeah, it's so much fun. So we're just trying to do something different, provide this great enrichment opportunity, not only for guests, but also for our tortoises.
Yeah, because who doesn't want to be baited to create beautiful art? I would love to get treats to make art.
Absolutely.
That sounds like a dream to me. All right, so how many times have you done this? You did your wreath painting?
Probably twice. So the first time I did it was probably back in 2019. Mm-hmm. And I met this beautiful red-footed tortoise who is no longer with us, sadly, but her name was Tabitha. Okay. And she was actually the proud mother of, I think, a couple of the other redfoots. Yeah. Nice. And she was the smallest. Oh, I still have photos.
Petite little sweetie.
She was so tiny, but she was a proud, loving mother, and she was ever so gentle. Yeah. So I always encourage, and it's a relationship no one would ever think about.
They are really. They're funny.
They're very observant too.
They're very observant. They do seem to recognize you. They react to voices. Like, you don't expect a tortoise to have a ton of personality, but they actually do. They're fun little critters.
So, that obviously still opportunity to come see us. It's just one of the many things we're trying to offer just for the festive holiday season, man.
That's special. That's a fun time. And it's going to be slightly warmer probably than doing a dolphin painting. But the paintings are one of my most favorite things to recommend to people at Marineland.
The dolphin designs are one-of-a-kind interactions.
It's like a sleeper experience. You don't really expect it to be that awesome, but it really is.
No, it's so, immediate. It's so personal because it's just really at the end of it, it's really just you, a dolphin, and an animal trainer. Yeah. It's not really, there's nobody else, not like these in and out of water interactions. You're in a whole party of people, which can be great sometimes, especially if you're traveling with family. Yeah. But
it's the most personal experience that you can get on a budget. And it's a really cool experience.
Yes, ma'am. No, I do love a good dolphin
design. Are there dolphin
design.
Ornaments this year?
You better believe it. My goodness, there's a whole tree among the Christmas conservation trees that showcase all the different dolphin ornaments that our lovely dolphins have painted.
I have a Sunny ornament.
I have an Ollie one.
I gave my mom the Alvin one, I think.
Oh, really?
But I have the Sunny one.
See but that's special.
I got dolphin paintings all over my house. Still to this day.
it comes with the territory.
Yeah, for sure. But I haven't gotten an ornament in a while, so maybe if
might be
come
time,
on Saturday
Amanda. You let me know.
Santa.
Let me know if you come.
I know. Oh, that was fun. That was fun. I was there when the ornaments when it was decided to give that a try.
Just first being introduced. Wow.
Yeah, I was one of the first ones to do it.
Really?
And so you had to convince people because everyone's like, nobody wants a dinky little ornament. Like, right. Come on. And I was like, well, I do. So do you care if I do it? Like, if I buy it, do you care? And so it took some convincing, but they let me try it. And then they were like, okay, that's a little cooler than we thought it was going to be.
Oh, yeah. No, our dolphin trainers do a great job. I know Logan specifically. Awesome. Logan does a phenomenal job. I've seen him working with our dolphins in those ornaments. So bully for Logan.
Yeah, good job, Logan. Carry on that tradition. I love the ornaments.
Absolutely. And there's a little business card with each ornament, and there's a picture of the dolphin that made it and their name.
Nice. And
look on the back, and there's fun little bio facts about them too.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
I've got ideas about that. I'm a Christmas ornament person, so if you want any ideas for ornaments,
let's talk.
We can do that. All right, so we've got an awesome weekend planned where you can go and you can vote on your trees. You can meet Santa and the Grinch. You need to pre-book that tortoise time so you can get your painting.
That's right.
And there's festive dolphin show. So talk to me about the dolphin show.
Sure, yeah. So there's always a fun festive song playlist.
Very cool.
Getting seeing our dolphin trainers get in and out of the water with our dolphins, learning why they do what they do and how they do it, especially in these cold weathers that do come and go. We pump our water directly from the ocean, so really filtering it through three layers of filtration and then watching these animals go highlights the commitment level. Yeah, you can see Shelby and Michelle right there. I love that photo of them.
That is such a sweet photo.
So that was last year when they got to meet Santa and the Grinch, and they were very starstruck in that program.
I love the little smile on this one.
Yes, yeah. Well, each dolphin and their rostrum is completely different from one another.
Very unique. The colorations on their melon also. People would always ask, how do you tell them apart?
Oh, of course.
If you don't know them, then they're gray and they're gray.
Yes.
And they're gray. But once you know them and you know their little like nicks and bruises and their little gradations and their stripes and their freckles, then you can spot them.
Well, I'll tell you, we showed the picture of Santa interacting with a dolphin earlier, and I knew right away it was Shaka because of the freckles on her belly.
Yeah.
See, and you could see it, even there as well. So if you look closely, I love the Shaka, but they all have different, different
There's some
factors.
Freckles.
If you look very closely at the belly, through the counter shading, if you will.
And that's a belly button, everybody. That's
Correct.
where the belly button is.
You can always tell the difference between a male and female. Right below the belly button, there's a division sign for a female.
For a female right there.
And then a subtraction sign for the male.
Dots. Yes.
Well,
I called it an exclamation mark.
Oh, yes, that's also applicable.
Because there's the anal slit right underneath the genital
It depends on how closely you look. That's true. But you know what you're looking for.
Exactly. So, when I worked at Marineland, there were some unique females in that they had extra memory slits, which are the dots on either side of the genital slit, which make the division symbol.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had some females that had extra memories. Usually it's one on each side.
How interesting.
But we did have some females that had double on each side.
I had no idea.
Yeah,
really?
We did.
Dang.
It's pretty cool.
I think that's awesome.
That's a pretty rare,
that's
rare thing about some of the
That's where the calves will feed, actually. It's incredible. I think someone asked me, I did a giveaway not too long ago, and they're like, so, like, how do the dolphins, how do they nurse? Do they nurse? Like, absolutely.
Yeah. They're mammals. They have to nurse.
The babies use their tongue, and they can curl it and extend it so long. It's almost like a straw, if you will. And it's very magical.
Can you roll your tongue? Not everyone can.
Not at all.
No?
I can't see.
The dolphins do that. And they have like little fringes on the sides of their tongue that are more prominent when they're newborns. And so those little fringes kind of interlock like fingers and make it a little more watertight. And then they just stick that right there.
That way they're not drinking salt water.
Yeah, because that's not good for mammals. It's not good for any mammals.
Just like you and me.
Yeah, and that's why manatees have a tendency to seek out docks, because people leave garden hoses off of docks, and that's illegal. Don't do that. But that's why manatees will often seek out. They're looking for that fresh water.
That can be scary. Yeah. That can cause a boat strike. Definitely don't want to do that.
Don't want to do that. I know it's very tempting because you want to see the cute manatee. Not a good plan.
Well, I bet people will wonder now. They're like, oh my gosh, well then how will dolphins get fresh water in the ocean?
Yeah.
And that's incredible as well. There's like I'm trying to think of it scientifically. So there's a chemical reaction within their stomach from the fish that they eat. They actually are able to absorb the nutrients of both, fresh water as well as the protein from the fish. It's incredible. I mean, you would never think that, but luckily we're able to give, our dolphins direct hydrations.
Yep.
I'm sure many of you who have drank, beer from a funnel before.
Anyone in a frat?
Yes.
Got a funnel with a tube attached to it.
Yeah, it's the same
concept.
Same concept for dolphins. It goes directly into their stomach. It's crazy, and it doesn't hurt. We lubricate it just to make sure it's smooth. And one of the first learning behaviors we teach dolphins is actually medical procedures.
How to help care for themselves.
Correct. To present their tail flukes for blood samples for our on-site vets.
Yeah.
It's really cool because no one ever thinks about that.
And nobody really knows, like, how do you get a blood sample from a dolphin?
You wouldn't think, right?
Yeah. And because, like, we get it out of our arms.
Correct.
So, and theoretically, you could get it from a dolphin flipper. You could.
Correct. It'd be a little difficult.
It wouldn't be easy.
You might be shifting through, the bone layout of a human hand while you're sticking it. We would not recommend it.
It would be like trying to get blood from this part of your hand.
It would not go well.
It would not be fun.
No, ma'am.
Theoretically, you could do it, but it wouldn't be fun.
The tail flukes.
The tail flukes are the easy spot.
Crazy.
Yeah. And it's right there.
Yeah.
And that's another way I could tell the difference between all the dolphins I worked with based on their tail flukes.
Because they're so individual.
Yeah. And the way, it's the anatomy's the same.
Oh, yeah.
But the way you see the presentation of the blood vessels, the way you can, some of them you can just see it really easily through the skin if you know what you're looking for.
Sure.
Some you couldn't. And then you've got the edge, all of the little nicks
notches.
and the curvature of how it crosses over on the flukes. Like, there's just so much that's unique if you know to look for it.
And that's why, when people interact with a dolphin and they become so touched by the interaction, we offer little tail fluke necklaces.
Tail fluke necklaces are amazing.
In the gift shop. It's a great gift.
Yeah.
So, nice, good gift idea.
I have lots of those tail flukes.
Really?
I have lots of those tail flukes. The thing that I did that a lot of the trainers that I worked with was like, oh, that's a good idea. I'm going to steal that idea.
Oh, yeah.
Is that we had them in gold and silver.
Really?
We sold them in gold and silver back in the day.
Gold.
They weren't cheap.
I bet.
They weren't cheap. And so one of my first Christmas gifts that I asked for my parents when I was working at Marineland was a gold Lily tail fluke because she was a blonde dolphin.
I love Lily. That's Ollie's mom.
And then I had a silver Nelly that I would wear together. So you've got the blonde and the regular gray together in their tail flukes.
That's so cool.
It's a cool necklace. I should have worn it today. I didn't think about that.
That's okay.
But I've got Pebbles, Betty, Alvin.
Oh my goodness.
And I've got Lily and Nelly.
So many. Now we just do the silver. So unfortunately we don't offer the gold anymore.
Well, there's
a
less
little
of a
bit
need
more
to
affordable.
without Lily.
Yeah, touche.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a cool one. And they do look so cool together.
Yeah.
And it's kind of my old ladies together.
I mean, even if someone wants to come to Marineland throughout the month and they do want to do a dolphin design, like we've been talking about.
So much fun.
It's usually $99.99, but if they bring 3 unwrapped toys, I didn't tell you about this.
Okay.
If they bring 3 unwrapped toys for our toy drive,
nice,
they get $30 off.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's all the toys.
So $69.
Correct, plus tax.
Plus tax.
But still.
That's awesome. So you just book it at the regular price, and then you get the $30.
Well, there's a promo code. So if you go to even our Facebook, we have a picture for our Marineland Toy Drive.
Nice.
There's a promo code. If you go online, you go to find the dolphin design program, and you want to book it. You sign up, you find it, and then use the promo code MTOY24. And it's right here on our Facebook. Or you could go to our discounts tab on our website, and it'll be there as well.
Awesome. We love that.
Yes.
That is very cool. So is it Toys for Tots?
It is. So all the toys that we do collect go straight to Toys for Tots.
Very cool.
It's an awesome opportunity to give back. We had a lot of great opportunity of people who gave and came out for our canned food drive throughout November.
Yes.
Thank you guys so very much for doing that.
Awesome.
Great impact.
Glad you had a great turnout.
Our food pantries were definitely impacted by that.
Yeah, it's a tough time for the food pantries right now. So that's amazing that you were able to help them out.
Yes, ma'am.
They've been struggling. It's just, hard times, tough economy.
Yeah, we do the best we can with what we have.
Yep.
We want to give back where we can and when we can.
And what I love is there's a big movement, especially in parenting circles, to give gifts that don't clutter your house.
Right.
There's a ton of minimalists in the millennial world.
Yeah.
So giving gifts that don't clutter your house. And one of the ways that you can do that is by giving experiences. And I mean, this is an easy one to do. Do the Marineland Toy Drive. Get that experience in. Now you've got a painting that goes on your wall. It's not a toy that's going to clutter up your house and then eventually end up in a landfill. So that would be amazing.
What a trade-off, right?
I know. Get experiences.
Yes, ma'am.
Like we did the whole swing set that one year.
I think that's incredible, though.
That was so much fun.
All in
it was
one
a
day?
cool thing. Yeah. My husband had to get lots of friends.
Oh.
It was one of those, we were still young enough that his friends were like, yeah, if you give me beer, I'll come and help.
Yeah, good job, Louie.
Now we're in our 40s, so it's less likely to get a whole herd of guys over for a beer. It's like, knobby.
A little bit more difficult. No, I understand.
You get to a certain age that it requires more than beer to do manual labor for free.
Yeah, there's got to be a trade-off. There's got to be.
I love the toy drive. That's a great way that you can give back and you can get something in return.
Thank you.
That's really special.
Yeah, we're excited, and we're hoping a lot of people do, not only show up, give back, but also have a great experience and just coming to see us. So
if I were to bring, say,
Yeah.
toys,
Yeah.
could I get $90 off for my kids?
I would say three separate. Receipts and three separate interactions.
I love putting you on the spot.
No, you're cool. I'll be honest with you too. I got nothing to hide for you. So.
Right on. All right, your Facebook page is fantastic. I know Taryn worked in it for a long time.
She does a wonderful job.
Yeah, she's still doing it?
Yes, ma'am. No, Taryn does a lot of social media for a lot of our parks. She does a phenomenal job. So thank you so much, Taryn.
She's fantastic. She literally wrote the book on Marineland history.
Right.
I heard, is there a rumor about another book coming out?
Oh gosh. I'm not sure about the Marineland one.
Don't know.
I mean, she could very well. I mean,
I could be misremembering.
Did such a great job
There's lots of book conversations when Trey's here. How's your second book coming? Because I know you're writing.
I appreciate that, Amanda. Thank you so much. Yeah. So the Connection Forging Steel has been very successful. We sold, I think we've sold over 400 copies within the first few months that we did the book launch.
That is awesome.
So I'm trying to revitalize just the awareness of it.
Yeah.
And I have an awesome little flyer at the St. Augustine Wild Reserve. So I get to talk about the book, and then afterwards they just scan the QR code on the flyer and they just find it on Amazon. But
nice.
Yes, the second book is coming along.
Very cool.
The Connection Tempering Steel. I'm 6 chapters in so far. We'll have a cover reveal probably in time for 2025.
Very cool. That's exciting.
Yes, ma'am.
They had, was it International or World Quaddy Day?
Yes, ma'am.
That was just recently, right?
Correct. December 3rd.
Yeah.
For those for Kawadi fans everywhere.
Yeah, for Maya fans.
Yes, ma'am. So World Kawadi Day actually did a segment on our property and on Maya. So they visited our property.
They gave a shout out to your book too, didn't they?
Yes, ma'am.
That's awesome.
Colby, she is the social media manager for World Kawadi Day.
Yeah.
She is a huge supporter. So Colby, thank you so much for all you do for me, for Maya, for the reserve. I cannot thank you enough. But she really enjoyed capturing Maya for World Kawadi Day. So it was a big opportunity to just share awareness for Kawadis everywhere. And we're very thankful to have her.
That is so cool. That is such a special relationship, and I'm glad that you're able to memorialize that in your book.
I'm immensely blessed.
My son very much enjoyed your book.
No way.
Big fan.
Really?
Yes, he is.
Oh, thank you.
So thank you for giving him that copy so that he can read it. He devours books, so I cannot keep him in books.
Excellent.
So that was a huge blessing.
I'm happy he enjoyed it. That makes me happy.
I'm posting Marineland in the comments right now, so you can find all that information on booking your Toys for Tots painting. Do the painting, guys. It's so much fun.
The dolphin design painting is fun. And if you don't want to get near the water and you're a little hesitant about the dolphin, do the tortoise time painting, the holiday tortoise time.
I mean, do both. Do both of them. They're
Correct.
so fun.
Yeah, the gift of animal art is also very special.
Yeah, if you have any animal fans that are in your life, you can gift these programs too, right?
That's right. Absolutely. We have gift certificates that just got on our website.
Nice.
So let's say you just, someone who may be interested. You can do, I believe it's a $100 gift certificate or a $250 gift certificate.
Nice.
You can find it all on our website at marineland.net.
Yeah. And are y'all already thinking about spring programs, summer camps, all that?
Oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah,
we're very excited. January's how many days away?
You have to be 6 months ahead,
You
right?
have to be. So one thing, I didn't tell you about that either, but going to the website, I'm sure you saw, we have our fun new concept, the Polar Bear Plunge.
Oh, look at that.
Yes, ma'am. So I know this is brand new. We had this great idea. For those of you who are interested in scheduling your polar bear plunge,
I tell you what, it is a polar bear plunge. I have been in that water.
If you like that ocean water and you want to start the year off right, adventurous, and not only jumping in the water, but the water with dolphins.
Yeah.
What?
That's awesome.
Save 20%. Go on doing a swim adventure or a royal swim throughout the month of January.
I feel like we need to do a 904 Now segment of all of the 904 Now people.
Let's do that,
polar bear
please.
plunge. That would be amazing.
I'm inviting everyone. Pete, Davey, Amanda, Mike, come on.
That's going to be awesome.
Let's do. You'll go out on the dock, get your life jacket on because you're going to need it, and you jump right into that cold water.
Are you doing wetsuits for this, or is this
correct? So we have.
Come on, that's not a polar bear plunge.
Well, we don't have to. For those of you feeling adventurous. So we do offer these awesome wetsuit jackets.
Yes.
Very easy, very comfortable. It's just a quick zip up.
Yeah.
Does the trick.
Yeah. Those are nice.
Yes, they are. And comfortable.
But it's way more fun to watch the boys scream if they don't have a wetsuit.
Oh, absolutely. It's something about shocking the muscles when you jump in cold water.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude. There was a time when the dolphins were newly in those habitats.
Okay. Yeah, right there in Maine.
Yeah, we're still trying to train gating with them. And, they're still getting used to it. So going to the north habitats, the north satellite pools, I don't remember the numbers for each of them, but they would have to swim through the med pool in order to do that. And so they were cool doing that. And then we got the scissor lift for the false bottom for the med pool.
Yeah.
And now we have to retrain it all over again.
So you're...
Of course, we put that in, October.
Yeah.
So now we've got to retrain gating.
Yeah.
With all these dolphins that know the game.
Oh.
They know what they're doing.
And they see it.
And they think it's hilarious to watch us do the whole rigmarole to get in the water, to get that gate. Oh, my word.
I'm sure they enjoyed watching you.
We had one winter where it was almost every day.
Yep.
We had to do the full in water, everyone on staff, 7:30 in the morning. We got to train some gating.
Oh, man.
So cold.
Oh, I believe it.
So cold.
Yeah.
But
you had your wetsuit on.
I had a thick wetsuit that winter because I was so over.
Did you? Oh, I bet the wind.
7:30 in the morning.
We are
now
right
you gotta
there.
Start out wet all day.
Not only that, you're wet. It's windy. We're right on the ocean. So
you're right on the ocean at an elevated. That deck is elevated.
Yes, that wind picks up, scathes the rocks, and then hits those animal traders every day.
Right in the face.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
My heart goes out to you and my current animal trainers.
That was.
I know that's not easy.
An intense winter.
Oh, man.
And it came down to it. It was like, they're just playing with it.
Yeah.
But when the rubber meets the road, you got a gate. You got a gate. We got programs. Like we got people. And you had Maine already. So you got to go back there so the other dolphins can get Maine. Everyone's got to take turns.
You've had time. You had a great time. And we always love explaining gating, especially on our education tours. Just the social group and how they never stay in one place for too long. And they're always, it's like one big house with 8 different rooms.
Yep.
They're like, oh, well, do they just sit there? No, sir. No, ma'am.
They play.
They love going in, out, over, and then rinse and repeat.
Oh, all day long. But it was, at that point we used panels as a training tool.
Oh yeah.
And the dolphins I swear they were laughing at us. Because they would I was always in the bottom. I was very good at conserving my air. So the punishment for being very good at conserving your air is that you're on the bottom.
That you are trusted to that task.
Yes. And so I was always on the bottom. And so then you're just crawling hands and knees, moving these panels. And there's Pebbles and Roxy just looking at you.
Right through the gate.
Blowing bubbles.
Just laughing at you.
Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? And they would let us get all the way across the habitat. And then they'd be like, okay, fun's been had. And then they just go in.
That's what my wife had to do and had the lovely opportunity. Maria was great at diving. So good that, you know what? This person's not so great. So Maria, you think you could dive for us tonight and just start cleaning for us?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was always first up on scrubbing duty.
See? Yeah.
Because again, I could make a tank last twice as long as the boys on staff. I'm sure that wasn't on purpose. I'm sure it wasn't weaponized incompetence.
Amanda, you're too good at your job. That's what happens.
I don't know what it is. Maybe I just forget to breathe when I'm 52 degrees. But oh my word, I could stay down there so much longer. I'd turn around and realize, oh, I'm the only one scrubbing.
You are. Everyone has left you. You have been left. They're monitoring you from above, but you have been left.
Oh man. Those old habitats those were wicked in the winter.
Oh, I bet.
And so you'd get in the old whale pool, and it was deep because they did have pilot whales in there at one point.
Oh,
so it was the deepest one at Dolphin Stadium.
Wow.
And you're just going up and down that wall, and it's just cold.
Endless.
Oh my word. It would take 3 hours to stop shivering.
Wow.
Sometimes. And my mom would be talking to me, and she's like, "You're gonna get hypothermia."
Oh,
Like, I don't know that I could get hypothermia in Florida. I don't think they're gonna do that to me because that would be one heck of a workman's comp claim.
Correct.
But it was cold.
Yes.
I was why they got hoods.
Oh,
Dive hoods.
thank the Lord.
Because I could stay down there so long.
Yeah.
That again, I would get so cold that it would take 3 hours for me to stop shivering. So they were like, maybe we should buy you guys hoods.
Maybe we should just invest
At
a little bit more.
At least give her a hood.
Let's make sure Amanda's okay. So I'm worried about her.
Might be a little off today because I was refrigerated for, a couple months.
We're Floridians. We're not designed for cold.
So then when my kids tell me something's cold, I'm like, is it though?
You have no idea.
Is it? When we got an ice plunge, my husband was like, well, I can get in it. It's okay. And I'm like, what temperature? And he's like, I can get it down to like 57. And he's like, you can try it if you want. And I just sat in it. And he's like, how did you do that? I'm like, this isn't the coldest water I've been in.
Good for you, Louie. Good for you, man.
So ice plunging is actually kind of reminiscent to
that's nothing for you, Amanda. That's nothing.
Because we don't have one of the ones with like an actual chiller. We have to put ice in it to cool it down.
Yeah.
And so we have to like make this whole heap of ice. So we can't get it that cold.
No.
And we've only had it for about 6 months at this point.
Oh, okay.
So it's been through the warm weather.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you later about how I go through the winter.
Please. I would love to know.
We'll see.
Yeah.
If we can get it under 52, I'm sure that would be harder for me to sit in.
Oh, I wish you luck.
I'll
leave that to you.
I can do the 50s, no problem.
Good for you.
I don't know about 49.
Man, no, man.
I don't know.
No,
Once you hit that threshold.
I don't think my body could take that.
You're not an ice plunger?
No, ma'am.
No?
Can't do it.
Come on, man.
My lungs would not like it. My heart would not like it.
Yeah. So as a football fan, how are you doing with college football wrapped up?
Man, we survived this fall. We survived.
Yeah.
I think we've seen some better days in our time. That's to say it lightly. But, we had some great upsets as well.
I was in Peru with Gator fans.
Oh, wow. That's saying something.
We watched the Gator game the rivalry week. We watched rivalry week's game. I can't remember who they were playing, but they won. And we had it set up on the edge of their pool because it's summer in Peru. And so we're in the pool, just chilling and watching the Gator game.
Wow. What a lovely time.
4 adults and 7 children.
Maybe not as much as much as a lovely time as I thought.
It was fantastic.
Good.
But it was a fun way to watch a Gator game.
I'm just thankful we took it home. I think it could have been a lot better. It could have been a lot worse. Mm-hmm. So there's always room for improvement.
The Gators won rivalry week. Clemson didn't.
There you go. That's we're thankful.
Lost to the Gamecocks.
I think Dabo.
Could you imagine anyone that would support the Gamecocks?
I'm just saying, I was with them for quite some time.
I know.
I think the Gamecocks had a lot of potential and they pulled out a lot of stops.
They won a rivalry week.
Listen, you don't see it often, so you gotta give them the props. They took it home this year, and they usually don't.
They usually don't. I'm still not happy.
Especially since, Coach Spurrier left. So
I know. It's
a different time.
Can't get a good coach these days.
I know. If you're in the market for a good coach, Steve Spurrier Jr., he's on the market.
Oh, yeah?
Show him a good time. He'll come your way. Listen, I'm telling you, my Uncle Bubba. That's what.
Yeah.
We're just Bub. Yeah.
Bub.
But yeah, Steve Spurrier Jr., man. Look out for
him.
What
would happen if you're in your family if he joined Clemson?
We would support him and Dabo full-heartedly. Okay, we love Dabo.
There's no lasting resentment.
Oh, not at all. We've had dinner with Dabo and his family. Everyone is so immensely kind. Yep. And it's totally on the field drama.
Oh yeah,
that's all it is. But you got to paint a good picture. You got to build up the anticipation.
Of course. Well, I mean, it's game face when you're in the stadium.
Correct.
And it's, kill or be killed in the stadium.
Yes.
But at the end of the game, you shake hands and everybody's friends.
Yeah. Because you have a mutual respect for everything, the timing, the training, the practices, the travel.
There's only so many people that know what that pressure is like.
It's not
easy. And so those coaches have to have some kind of camaraderie because they're in a very tiny club of people.
Oh my gosh,
that know how to deal with that kind of heat, that kind of pressure.
We love bowl games regardless, but
Yeah.
it is a great feeling of pride and warmth and acceptance when we win. When you lose, everybody's really quiet.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's just growing up in the coaching field
Yeah.
and being raised in the swamp and going to the Gamecocks.
Yep.
And I mean, he revolutionized the Gamecocks. And I
Yeah.
think that's fair to say.
I mean, he clearly had a lasting impact.
Yeah, well, you know, everyone has their strengths. So, and he's done a wonderful job.
We
so.
have my mom's side of the family. They're either Auburn fans or Bama fans.
Really? Okay. So
And
no
so
in between.
When Clemson's doing well, they get real quiet in the group chat. I mean, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
we congratulate them when they win championships against Clemson because
Right.
it's all fair. I'm not saying they always congratulate us.
Probably not.
I'm
I
just
think
saying.
there's a little bitterness, and that
Yeah.
comes. Everyone reacts differently
It's a
when we win or lose.
It's a growing. I mean, Bama has a history of winning championships, so they really don't know how to handle not
Well,
winning a championship.
if we're talking confidence versus cockiness, they're not nearly as bad as Georgia. So
Georgia.
sorry, don't even get me started.
What are we doing with them Bulldogs?
Oh my Lord, there's always something with those
There's always
Bulldogs.
something. I think Clemson football, or not just Clemson, college football is more fun than NFL.
Oh, agreed.
Personally,
Wholeheartedly.
I think it's more fun.
I think going to college, going to Winthrop University,
Yeah.
you know, really going to see, you know, the Panthers game every once in a while. It was
Yeah.
it was nice. It was
Yeah.
fun,
It's fun. It's an experience that everyone should have.
but it is not.
It's not a
college football.
game.
I mean, college football is church
Yeah.
almost for a lot of people.
Especially in the South.
I mean, that's what we do. Listen, we have church on Saturdays, and it's called the SEC. So, or in your
Can't
case, you know,
stand the
ACC.
SEC. Can't stand the SEC.
Oh man, I could talk all day and night. I could tell
know.
you stories.
All right, so let's wrap it up. Let's
Yes.
land the plane.
Let's bring
what
it
are we
home.
doing this weekend at Marineland? One more hit at the apple.
Of course, this weekend,
Mhm.
come on down to Marineland Dolphin Adventure, especially Saturday. During 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Visit the Grinch and Santa Claus. They'll be there from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Come and take part in a holiday tour this time. They're offered at 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. And then in the meantime, bring those gifts, bring those toys. If you bring just three toys, unwrapped toys and gifts that we can give for Toys for Tots at $30 off a potential dolphin design. If you want to
Awesome
come see
program.
it,
Love it.
it's a great
Love that
opportunity to make a custom dolphin painting. Or if you don't, just come paint with a tortoise. We'd love to have you. So
It's so much fun. It's an awesome organization, Marineland. Let's get out there and let's support this great organization who's always in the community, always supporting. You've got a whole list of organizations that need your vote on the Christmas tree, guys.
vote on your favorite Christmas tree. Thank you so much.
Help them get those gift certificates that they can auction off. They can thank people with.
So you can win
So
your
much
own
fun.
gift certificate.
Exactly. Get in the water with dolphins so that you can talk to me about it because I want to hear about your experience with dolphins. I'm so excited that we were actually on. Everyone said it couldn't be done. Look at all these people.
Here we are.
Here we are. We made it happen.
Yes,
Thank you
ma'am.
so much for being here.
Amanda, thank you so much for having me back.
It's always fun to have you, Trey. I
Blessed
hope you
to be
have
here.
a Merry Christmas. I just might see you this Saturday.
You too. Thank you so
Just
much.
Bye.
I hope so.
Bye, guys.